Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am here today to share with you one of my projects using the Cutie Patooties collection from Decorate Your Life. Of course, all links will be in my description box below, as well as my coupon code, which is Dolly15. It'll save you 15% off anything in her website store or her Etsy shop. Even if it's on sale, it'll take an additional 15% off. Who does that? This is all the pages I have left for this particular collection, and I have still one of my cut apart sheets, and I'm definitely going to create something with that. But the paper just spoke to me, so soft. It can be Easter. It definitely is spring, even though we have some Easter eggs here, but you know, that just still says spring to me. This is my favorite sheet. And you can see the little eggs and Easter baskets. But I went with spring, and I created a really sweet, everyday kind of journal. It can be for a little girl. It can be for the special woman in your life, grandma. I mean, it's just super sweet, very dainty. And look how pretty she turned out. Oh my gosh. Absolutely gorgeous. This is trim from my stash. I'm searching to see if I can find some small blue beads that are exactly this tone, because it has to be. Of course, I had to put some gold in it, and it says memories. This is the last of this trim that I had, and I used it, and this was the little bit that was left over, and boom, I just put it there just for a little added accent. This is some trim I had in my stash, and it's just hearts. She is a 2 signature journal, and she measures, I believe she is 8.5 by 4.5. Let me see. And this is a size I don't do that often. Yep, 4.5 by, yep, 8.5. And she has a 2-inch spine, which, or 1.5. 1.5 inch spine. So let's get into her. I did predominantly use the scraps after I cut all my paper down. I did pull some of my junk journal kind of feel into it. Created a pocket here, and then used my cutoffs. I had some words in my stash, and it says it's time for a new adventure. And then I backed it up with some coffee dyed paper there. Added some more of that trim on the inside, and all the lace is sewn on the pages. But she is super sweet. I had a lot of die cuts. Guys, I've been using everything I have in my stash. Look how pretty. That's one of the cut aparts, and it says memories like this. And this was just a tag that I had in my stash that fit in with the colors. Rounded all the edges. Did some inking. I didn't ink the pages, but here's a huge belly band with some journaling cards and an index card. And isn't he so sweet there? Again, these were the cutoffs from when I sized them and maximized all of the scraps. Used a lot of the supplies that I have, my decorative edge punches and so on. Paper that I dye, that's in from my stash. And then here I did a belly band, and this is an envelope. Again, some decorative edging. This is the pastel gingham collection that Sandy also has. You'll find that in her shop. Little envelope with one of the cut aparts. It says escape, and I left it empty, so whoever gets this journal can put whatever they would like on the inside. Beautiful, beautiful paper. Here is a 2-pocket book page made into 2 pockets. Again, some light clustering. This one says moments, large tag to journal. If you love doing journals, you know we all go to Dollar Tree and get their tearaway pads. They make great little add-ons for additional writing space, and these were tags that I had in my stash. Also, something from that I have pre-made in my stash. This is also a larger 2-pocket, so I have another journaling tag back there. This one says sunshine. Look how pretty with that mesh that we get. A tag made from a large index card with some sewing patterns glued on the top. Use my scraps perfection with the boots. Super cute. These are these little paper clips. Don't remember where I got them. Could have been Temu. If I had to guess, I would have gotten them from Temu. They have a little heart on the inside. Love these to clip things in. This is a large coin envelope with nothing inside, so they can hold mementos. And then this clips right there with a little bit of collaging. Pretty. Another one of my book page pockets. This is the cross leg. And then I have some tags in here, lightly decorated on the top. Utilizing my scraps again. I made 2 little pockets there, tag from my stash that kind of fit, and an envelope also that kind of fit. And if there's any of the cut parts left over that I don't use, I'll most definitely put them in one of these envelopes, so whoever gets the journal can put them wherever they would like. Lots and lots of writing space. Here's another one of these. This one actually has 3 spaces, made out of book page, little like collaging. Here I just clipped in an envelope that is empty with one of those heart paper clips. Utilizing my scraps again, made a little side tuck there, and that is the first signature. And because of the spacing, that's why I wanted to put the lace there. Large tag. One of those 2 pockets, using my die cuts from my stash. This one I added a library pocket made out of an envelope, and then just added a tag in there. I love the pop of the brown against all the pastels. Here's another one of those, and another one from my stash. Another envelope that I just paper clipped in that they can use to store their little mementos or pictures. Here's the center of this one with the cross legs. Another library long coin envelope. Here's another one of these. That's an index card, another tag. I had these doilies that I die cut out of my scraps. Love using them. Here's this belly band. Cute. Here's this one. And that pocket. And this is the last tag in the back, and it says, "And so the adventure begins." Ooh, actually, I think that would be appropriate up here. And then when they get to the end, it'll say it's time for a new adventure. That was totally accidental. But there she is. I love her. I love the simplicity of it, but still so pretty. Would make an awesome gift. If you're interested in purchasing her, she will be in my Ko-fi shop, listed right after the release of this video. As always, I price my journals to sell and just regroup the paper that I put into it, or ink. And then I'll always add free shipping to it. So if you are interested in her, she will be in my Ko-fi shop. All right, let me know what you think. Be sure to check out the design team. All links will be in my description box down below. And we have exciting news coming real soon. And I hope you will join me when I share it. All right, everyone, take care. Have an amazing weekend. And I'll talk to you real soon. Bye now.